Hello everyone and welcome back to Brooksburk Zoo. In the last episode we started with our first habitat for our hippo and hog house, and our red river hogs moved in. These are the ones that we are going to visit right now, but before we are going to visit the red river hogs, we have some other pigs that we have to take a look at. And yes, it is the warthog. We finally do have baby warthogs, and look at these little cuties. Aren't they sweet? Yes, they are. Even though they have a face that only a mother could love, but yeah, they are here, finally. So let's have a look at our red river hogs then. They are feeling quite comfortable in their new habitat, as you can see here with those little cutesters. Here's their little shelter that we built them, and this one especially is feeling very comfortable with the head laying in the feeder. Yes, okay. So in today's episode we are going to finish the whole area here with the new habitat for the pygmy hippos. I don't know if I said it in the last episode. I usually plan to have a habitat for the pygmy hippos combined with the Nyala, whatever you know which animal I mean. But in the end it turned out that this would not be a great idea. At that point where I'm doing the terrain work here, I still was thinking about having the Nyala in there as well, but I couldn't manage to build the habitat like not shared with the pygmy hippo, but looking like they would share it. It didn't make that much sense and I didn't like it, and so I decided no, we're going just for the pygmy hippo alone, and are going to build for the Nyala at another space in the zoo, somewhere else, some time else, but not right now. So for the terrain work, I wanted to have an underwater viewing area for the pygmy hippos, not with these huge glass walls where you could see completely underwater, but so that you have a slightly look underwater towards the animals. And I was thinking how to manage that. Wasn't that easy, because yeah, when you want to have an underwater viewing area, you have to lower down the ground at least a little bit, so that you actually will have the possibility for your guests to look underwater. And yeah, it looked a little bit awkward when I tried to have those the path go a little bit lower and then on the other side go up again. So I thought, okay, why not change the whole terrain here, make the path go lower, go a little bit down the hill, and just keep the elevation like that, so that we have a little bit of a lower part of the zoo there, which you naturally would have in zoos, because I don't think you might find a zoo that is completely flat from beginning till the end, so you will always have some kind of elevations in there. So I thought it would make sense if we're doing this like that. So that's how I planned out the underwater viewing area, and that's how I'm going to build that. Little spoiler alert. The water area is a little bit too small for our two pygmy hippos, so they actually would need, I think almost twice the size that we gave them in here. But as I said, and as I always say in the series, we are straightly going for realism, and if we're going for realism, you won't see this huge pools for pygmy hippos. maybe it would make more sense and would be more appropriate for those animals to have bigger water sections, but in real life zoos you won't see those massive water sections for them. If you know a zoo actually where they have a huge pool, then let me know in the comment section. But yeah, I already can't think of one right now. To be fair, I actually can't think of any zoo right now that still has pygmy hippos, because pygmy hippos are also animals that are not kept that often anymore. I remember they were kept in Munich at some point. That is many years ago. To be fair, Munich is actually planning right now to bring those pygmy hippos back within the next few years. I think within the next 5 to 10 years. I think so. But they don't have them anymore, as well as Stuttgart, where I have been. When you see the video 2 weeks before, they don't have them anymore as well. They only have the Malayan tapirs in the house where the pygmy hippos used to be. And I think I know that the zoo in Krefeld might have them, as well as the zoo in Berlin. Yeah, that's it. I just can't think right now of any zoo that I know that still has them. No, it doesn't come to my mind. So yeah, as I said, if you know a zoo where they have a massive pool or a huge water area, let me know. I'm happy to Google that. But yeah, the only habitats that I know for the pygmy hippos are quite like the size that we have in Brooksburk Zoo right now. Yeah, so what I'm doing right here is laying out the groundwork for the pool. I had to put in those stairs for the animals. That is also something that you would see in actual zoos for hippos, pygmy hippos, even for elephants, tapirs, and any kind of hoofed animals that have a water section. The down part to that is I had to, and you will see that later in the video, in the inside of our hippo house we also do have these stairs for the water area for the animals. And the thing is, as those animals, also the big hippos, don't have swimming animations and are walking on the ground as they do naturally, you have to put down the stairs until you reach the bottom of the basin, because otherwise the animals would not be able to go down there. So unfortunately it was not possible for our hippos in the inside of the house to go down into their pools, so I had to change that afterwards when the animals arrived, so that they actually can go into the water. That did a little bit for our water level that the animals needed, but I think in the end we are still in the red for water. So they actually would need some more water space. But all in all, they are still pretty happy. So I think we are not in the green, but we are very good in the yellow. So everything is still okay. We won't have any protesters or stuff like that. I think I turned that off. Yeah, I think I turned that off as well, so we don't have to fear for that. Okay, so I had quite a little bit difficulty building that habitat because I was a little ran out of ideas what I wanted to do. So I was thinking about a little bit of a backdrop with those faux rocks that we also did for the Fusa and for our lemurs. I thought that would be pretty nice, and you would see that in actual zoos as well. So I decided to have something like this in here to just to shake the whole look a little bit up and make it not look too stiff and too boring. So I combined these faux rock pieces with the stalactites or stalagmites. Still don't know which one it is when they are coming from the ground or from above. Yeah, you know what I mean. And with those faux trees as well, and also put in some of those roofs from the tropical plants. I don't know which one they are exactly, but you will see. Yeah, also these faux roots of the faux trees also do look very, very good if you combine them with the fake rocks and the stalactites. I just call them stalactites right now. And also these branches as well. Gives the whole thing a pretty nice texture. Yeah, here the roots that I was talking about. Just sinking them a little bit into the wall so that they don't stick out too prominent, but give the whole thing a nice texture. So that we have actually this jungly Congo feeling right here. Just a little bit of it. Yeah, and as I'm thinking of continuing in this zoo, which area we are going right now, I think the next part that we have to do, and I hate it because it is once again a building that we have to do, I think we need to have an actual restaurant in here. It is time for that. The zoo is now big enough, our guests are moving far away enough from the entrance building where they can already buy some snacks and some drinks and also use the toilet. So we definitely have to continue with a restaurant building with toilets and ATM and stuff like that before we can continue with building some new habitats. After we build the restaurant, or in the same episode that we are going to build the restaurant, I am also thinking about having a little bit of a playground as well for the children, which actually won't be usable for our viewers, for our guests, but just for decorational reasons, I think. And after we did that, I am planning on including the next animal from the tropical DLC, which is going to be the largibbon. So I want to have something like an island habitat for them with huge climbing structures as you would see in actual zoos, and maybe have a second habitat right close to it, which you also might see in some zoos where we would have a habitat pretty similar to the gibbon habitat for the siamang. You know which one I mean. Yeah, so that is what is going to happen next, and after that I don't have a clue right now, but I'm thinking of maybe a small or big cats, maybe the striped hyena, because I really love the striped hyena, and I have to admit that I still haven't built something for them in none of my zoos. And yeah, the DLC, the Grasslands DLC is out now since 4 months. Is it 4 months? yeah, and I still haven't built for them, so that is something that is definitely going to happen, as well as for the caracal. So yeah, as I said, maybe some small cats, hyenas, big cats, or something like that. I think that would be a great addition to what we already do have in here. Yeah, but you can also give me some advice or let me know what you guys think, what would match here perfectly. So if you want to see some kind of an animal in the zoo next, then let me know in the comment section. I also have to say that I noticed that yeah, the interest for some kind of animals is not that huge, as I noticed that the views for the Red River Hog habitat were quite low, because I think you guys were not that excited about the Red River Hogs. I hope you are for the Pygmy hippos, and if you are so, don't forget to hit the like button. That is also something that I noticed, that it is once again a little bit increasing for you guys to remember to hit the like button, which would help me out very much, because that's the only way for me that this channel will grow, that the algorithm will see there is some kind of an interaction with my viewers. So every like, every comment, every subscriber to my channel is very, very, very welcome, because that helps me to grow this channel and provide you with some exciting stuff even in the future. Yeah, and as we are talking about the future, I have some news for you guys as well. You might have heard from me that I quit my job in December last year, and since then I was unemployed, and I have great news right now, because I have a new job and I'm going to start on June 1st. It is somewhat the job that I really wanted. I'm not calling it my dream job, because that would be a little bit too much, but it is yeah, it is pretty close to everything that I wanted, because I was looking for a part-time job, only working 4 days a week, and working for a company or an institution that is doing something good, so that I have the feeling that I'm doing something, or that I'm yeah, taking part in creating something for the big and greater good. And that is something that is going to happen, because the company that I am working for from June 1st on is working with people with disabilities, and doing great stuff for these people in case of education, work environment, and also yeah, also providing them places where they can live and be yeah, create a life for themselves, so that they are not in need of getting help from anything else. Yeah, it's a little bit difficult to describe that in English if your mother tongue is German, but I hope you guys understand what I mean. And yeah, I'm very excited for that, because it sounds so good and I'm so happy to work for them. And yeah, that's going to be great, and I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, as I said, June 1st, new chapter is starting. Okay, so back to Planet Zoo. You can see we already finished the habitat for our Pygmy hippos, and I made the changes on the inside of the house as well. I really like that habitat, because it looks very, very realistic, I think so. If you don't think it looks realistic, let me know in the comment section, or if you think I could have changed some things in there. But yeah, I really, really like it, and I really enjoy it, and I hope you guys do too. Yeah, this once again is a little bit of a shorter video because we didn't have to build that much in this episode because the house was already finished. We had only to do the habitat and making some minor changes. So we are already at the end at the real-time part. So once again, guys, if you enjoyed this episode, you know what you have to do. Click the like button, hit the subscribe button so the channel will grow and grow and grow and grow. And also leave a comment. What do you think about this habitat? What are you looking forward? What do you think would be a perfect match for one of our next animals here in the zoo? So let me know. And tune in next week as well when we are going to continue to build in Brooksburk Zoo. And I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure we are going to build a habitat for our guests where they can find food called a restaurant. Okay guys, have a great day. See you in the next episode. Bye.